So a couple weeks ago, after the first round of protests, I'm scrolling through social media and I see something that you wrote, and it hit me pretty hard, and it was about Calvin Goode. And I didn't know the history of Calvin Goode, but who better to tell it than you?
Right.
You know Calvin,
Right.
you know the family, so
Right.
so please, when these monuments were defaced, how did that make you feel, and what are your thoughts about all that?
I was absolutely angry about what happened, and I got the word from his grandson, Joshua Goode, who happens to be a fraternity brother of mine, and he's been a longtime friend of mine. And so to see what was scribbled or painted on the monument infuriated me, because out of all the buildings downtown, this is the one building you don't want to hit, because you're talking about Black Lives Matter, and you're defacing the one building that we all know about that's named after a black man.
And he's a legend.
Legend here. So, he was born in 1927 in Oklahoma, but his family moved here when he was 10 months old. They lived in Gila Bend, Arizona for a long time, and the family picked cotton in the fields and did a lot of agricultural labor.
So he grew up during prime time of segregation. He and his family dealt with all of it.
Right. And he actually graduated from African American high school, Carver High School, which is right down the street, in 1945. And so I think a lot of those childhood experiences motivated him to do a lot of the accomplishments that he did while he was in city council.
And he did 11 terms, right? 22 years.
Yes, that's insane to think that anybody would want to do 11 days, let alone 11 terms. But I remember, we went to the same church, or we attend the same church, Tanner Chapel AME, and so, to hear his name constantly announced as City Councilman Goode, it filled the whole congregation with a lot of pride to see someone that looked like us representing us on the city council.
And if I read correctly, because once I saw that post by you, I started doing some research, and I think he was referred to as the conscience of the council.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of the way he thought about things and the way he elevated other parts of the community that weren't getting focused on.
Right. And if you've met him, that name is so appropriate, the conscience of the council, because you can see he's a thinking man. He's not someone who's loud and just starts shouting based on initial reaction. He's going to sit there and think about it, and when he speaks, everybody listens, because he's got something important to say.
No, he certainly wasn't there based on race.
Right.
It was all about character.
Right. And some of the accomplishments he had in city council weren't just for black people, it was for the LGBTQ community, women, making sure that we were able to get the same amount of contracts that our white counterparts were when it came to city contracts. So it's great, man, great accomplishments. And again, just to see someone to face the monument the way they did, it shows they didn't know their history at all.
Tremaine, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for telling some stories that need to be told.
Yes.
Best of luck to you, and PhoenixSoul.com. If you haven't been there yet, phxsoul.com. Check it out.